Please make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Richard Hurley.
Thank you, Laura. Let's give Laura a nice round of applause. What a great job she does. You know, back when I was growing up over in Haywood County, back in the 50s and 60s, they had a cash crop over there. Now, it may not be what you younger folks are thinking about, but the cash crop back there was called corn. And they made corn whiskey called moonshine, Mountain Dew. Anybody know anything about Mountain Dew or moonshine? Yeah, when I was a boy, the sheriff was getting a still a week over there back when I was at school. The reason I prefaced that was because this stage is called the Bascom Lamar Lunsford stage, and Mr. Bascom Lamar Lunsford, the minstrel of the Appalachians, is the one who started our Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, which you've heard Laura talk about. And he wrote this song, and no matter where you're from across America, you probably have heard it. It's called Old Mountain Dew, so I hope you'll jump in here and help me out. Well, old brother Bill's got a still on the hill where runs off a gallon or two. Well, the birds in the sky get so drunk they can't fly on that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that good old Mountain Dew, 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 and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you'll fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, my Uncle Mort, he sawed off and shored. Well, he measures about 4'2". But he thinks he's a giant when they give him a pint of that good old Mountain Dew. Everybody, they call it that good old Mountain Dew, 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 and them that refuse it are few. I'll go round the bend, but I'll come back again for that good old Mountain Dew. Well, my Auntie Jane tried a brand new perfume. Well, it had such a sweet smelling pew. She was surprised they had it analyzed. It was that good old Mountain Dew. They called it that good old Mountain Dew, 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 and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you'll fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, the preacher came by with a tear in his eye. Well, he thought that his wife had the flu. Well, they told him he ought to give her a quart, that'll do it, of that good old Mountain Dew. They called it that good old Mountain Dew, 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 and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you'll fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Thank you. Thank you very much. There were a couple of ballad singers that were pretty much mentors to me. One was a guy named Jim Trantham, who was from over in Haywood County in Canton, where I grew up. Jim's gone now, but he was just a great ballad singer. And there was another lady he used to pick with sometimes, and they had a little duet song that they used to do. And it takes a girl and a guy. Now, I'm obviously the guy, but I'm alone, and Carol and Judy, I just didn't have time to get you all to help me out. Is it okay if I do both parts? They're saying yes. Because the gal and the guy talking to each other, and this song has a moral to it. And the moral to this song is that money talks. Can I hear an amen to that? Money talks, yes. Well, the girl says the guy says, well, when you gonna come courtin', courtin', courtin'? When you gonna come courtin', my dear old Buffalo boy? He says, well, I'll court you on a Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. I'll court you on a Saturday, if the weather is right. She says, well, when we gonna get married, married, married? When we gonna get married, my dear old Buffalo boy? He says, well, I'll marry you on a Sunday, Sunday, a Sunday. I'll marry you on a Sunday if the weather is right. She says, well, who you gonna bring to the wedding, wedding, wedding? Who you gonna bring to the wedding? My dear old Buffalo boy. He says, well, I reckon I'll bring my children, my children, my children. Reckon I'll bring my children if the weather is right. She says, I didn't know you had any children, children, children. I didn't know you had any children, my dear old Buffalo boy. He says, yep, got 5 children, children, children. Yep, got 5 children, 6 when the weather is right. She says, ain't gonna be no wedding, wedding, wedding. Ain't gonna be no wedding, my dear old Buffalo boy. He says, well, I got $5 million, dollars. I got $5 million, 6 when the weather is right. She says, when we gonna get married, married, married? When we gonna get married, my dear old Buffalo boy? Money talks. Thank you.